Okay, HarvestWild community, this is our fishing hunting report for May 2025. We're gonna jump right into it and start out with our big kind of new thing that we're doing. We have availability for a couple of wilderness fishing trips that are like horse pack drop camps this year. So if anybody would like to go up in the Trinity Alps and trout fish and have a nice setup camp up there and a guide, availability to do a couple of those in June, July. The other thing we have is we have 2 available spots for bear hunts on a private ranch. They came to us, they really need to get some bears taken off the property. They're tearing the place up. And so they asked if we had some hunters that we could bring up. So hopefully we'll get a couple people so we can go help them out. And you can get some delicious bear meat and fat to work with for the rest of the season. Our bear season in California, if you're not familiar with the state's bear hunting regulations, is in the fall. So it'll open the same time that the rifle season opens there. So you'll have availability for archery hunt. We can probably get people in there for archery bear hunt. And then later during rifle, we can do a rifle hunt in there. Okay, for the fishing report, it's Lower Sacramento River. It's been fishing really good if the flows stabilize. They've been messing with doing some pulse flows in the river. And so it's been keeping the guides on their toes for sure. We don't know if we're gonna, how the fishing is going to be day to day when they're moving the flows. Some days you still get them when they move the flows, and you can't tell hardly that anything changed. And then other days you go out there after they move the flows and you're kind of beating your head against the wall, like, okay, all these fish are right here. Like, why can't I get them to eat today? I believe this is the last pulse flow in the river, and so from here on out, once they stabilize after this pulse flow, we're currently in it. I think it's for a day or 2 longer, and then it'll go to a night. It should go to a nice steady flow, and we should be experiencing great springtime fishing. The hatches should pick up. It'll be typical lower sac days like people are used to. There's definitely more fish being caught on short rigs and dry droppers, and even fish feeding on top than we used to have in years past. I don't know what's causing that change. Really, some people speculate maybe there's striper up in the upper river that are pushing those fish shallow. Maybe it's all the gravel injections are doing to make more spawning gravel for the salmon that are just covering up the bugs and scouring the middle of the river so much that those, the majority of the bugs are now in those edges. Who knows? But it's happening. So it's a cool thing to take advantage of. If you go and fish the river, you can maybe poke around, get some on a shallow rig. The upper Sacramento River, it's a little bit high, but it's right where we really love to fish it. We're just gonna start our raft trips up probably this week, and we're gonna be out there getting after it on the upper Sac as much as we can. The kind of from here down on the flow drop is where I like it best because it's kind of higher than most people like. It's a little bit less crowded, and the fishing can be phenomenal if you know how to fish it when it's high. The other place that we've really been is Hat Creek. Hat Creek's been fishing really good for Hat Creek. It's a very technical fishery. You have to do everything right to catch fish there. If you're going without a guide, stick to your favorite, best technique that you have the most confidence in, and just fish that until you find fish that'll eat that way of fishing. It's not the place to go experiment with a new technique, in my opinion, because they're hard to catch there. They're really fast on the grab and stuff, so you want to just fish your strengths. We've got a bunch of other small streams we've been hitting up in the mountains. They'll kind of remain nameless. They're all kind of too small to name, but if you want to go up and just explore and hit some different small streams for trout, we have availability for those as well. They're all over Shasta County, Trinity County. There's a bunch of places you can go. Next, we got Shasta and Trinity Lake, as well as Lake Oroville. We have a little report from there. So Shasta Lake is phenomenal. It's fishing really good. Get out there, go fishing, make some fish tacos, have a blast. It's a place to go if you just want to go catch fish. That's for sure. And it's full, so it's gorgeous out there. If it's a hot day, the water temps are right now that you can just jump in and take a swim while you're fishing. You should pretty much make that like something you do every time you're at Shasta Lake this time of year. Let's get a little dip in. It's just refreshing. The next place we got is Trinity Lake. That place should be on fire. Haven't been up there in a week. Last time I was up there, it was fishing well, but nothing crazy. We actually did find a whole bunch of trout in a cove and just whacked on some 17 to 20 inch rainbows in there, which is a rarity for me. I haven't had that happen a lot of times, but we found them and were able to get them on a fly rod on a deeper nymphing rig, and they were eating really good. It was pretty cool. Lake Oroville. So we don't have a permit to guide Lake Oroville, so typically we're not over there, but we were able to help with the Cast Hope benefit tournament. It's a fundraiser for them to get kids out on the water and out in the field. We had a blast. We got 3rd place. Had a great time. Bunch of really chunky hard pulling fish in Oroville. It's really fun. And if you'd like to go up and maybe check out that event and get a chance to fish and participate in a fundraiser to get some kids out on the water in the field, availability for next year's tournament, it'll be in the spring, same time, kind of into April. Turkey season was incredible. My forecast for next year is that it's going to be a banner year next year. There were so many jakes this year. I called in 11 jakes one day when we were out hunting. So should be just incredible next year. There's gonna be a lot of birds. We're getting great hatches for all the upland birds, it seems like, so far this year again. And so I expect next year's, this coming season's mountain quail, valley quail to be great. Availability for that. We hunt those on public and private land. We have both options available for people. Thank you for your time. That'll wrap up our fishing and hunting report. Hope you all are well and have a great spring.